Ashton for ASD1309. This is my Project 2 review video. It's been a pretty tough week so far. I think I was able to get just about everything done. I did have kind of one main problem. It's a similar problem that I had in VFW that I was able to change or was able to fix. But on this one, I have not been able to figure it out just yet. And that's my edit game function. When I load it back into my form and make any changes, it does not replace the original key. It just adds a second one to local storage. So I'm going to have to reach out to some of my fellow classmates, possibly also to Doug, see if I can get some advice on how to change that and fix it. But everything else seems to be working just fine. Let's get my app over here in the left-hand window. If we go to add game, form should load. Just type in some information here. As you can see, I have a lot of data that I've been testing out that kind of automatically loads. But let's go ahead and toss in a prediction. Add this game. Game's going to save. You can also go over to edit games, which links it back to another page where I have my three options here. Now if we load the local storage, it's going to load any of the local storage. As you see, I have some others from the one I was testing earlier, with the proper edit game and delete game buttons that have been added in there. I was able to, instead of creating the edit game and delete game buttons, I actually built it right into what is the list that's being created. I thought that was a pretty simple way to do it. And yeah, as you can see, you can go into edit game and it brings you back to the form with that information all filled out. And you can go ahead and edit it from there. You can also clear all the games. That's going to clear all of the local storage. So now if you were to go to edit games, click on local storage, no information is going to load. We also have the JSON data that was able to load, as well as some XML data that adds to it. One neat little thing that I was able to figure out, I thought was a nice little touch, is the .trigger and then create. Instead of replacing the, if I was to click on JSON data first, have it load, and then click XML, the page would refresh and I would lose all the JSON data, but now it just adds directly to it. So I thought that was a nice little touch, and just being able to just do .trigger and then create, I think was a nice little thing that I was able to figure out. So I think the hardest thing is obviously the edit game. It took me the longest to figure out, and again, it's still not perfect, but I'm hoping to work on that. The JSON and XML I was able to figure out fairly quickly just by following along with the videos, tweaking some things here and there, but for the most part it went pretty smooth. Local storage I was also able to figure out very easily. It did take me kind of a while, but not too bad. And delete game was very easy as well. One kind of major problem that I did have is actually with Safari. This was obviously in Firefox, but in Safari it doesn't save properly to local storage for some reason. It works just fine here in Firefox, but in Safari it has problems. It saves to local storage, but if I were to try and click on the local storage button in Safari, it doesn't load the data. So not really sure on that one. Again, I'm probably going to reach out to Doug. So if you're trying to test out my app, don't do it in Safari. So yeah, so that's my my Project 2 review video. So you got my index all set up, data all set up for JSON and XML. I'm going to make another quick little video that has an app, featuring an app and how I think it gets data. But this is it for my, my screen share. Alright, I'll see you guys next week. Hey, how's it going? This is Matthew Ashton again, ASD1309. This is a quick little thing highlighting an app that pulls data and everything. This is the Sports Center app. Obviously you got all the different games going on here, a nice little list view. And obviously I think it's something that they have to update every single day with the games that they want to have focus on. But then as games start and as they're progressing, obviously the information has to update live. Oh, looks like there's an ad there. But it's definitely something to where it's a lot of information coming from the server. So I would imagine that all the servers that they have that's pulling from are quite large. The technology behind it is very, very expensive because there's a lot of information to come to the app. So yeah, it's just a lot of hard work, but I'm sure we'll be learning more about it here soon. All right, bye.